In the quiet town of Briarwood, Ohio, there was a house no one talked about anymore. It stood at the end of Maple Street, tall and gray, its windows always dark, even during the day. People said the house was empty, but everyone felt it watching. Ethan Miller moved into Briarwood in the fall. He was 17, quiet, and didn't believe in ghost stories. His family rented a small home directly across from the abandoned house. On their first night, Ethan noticed something strange. At exactly 2:14 a.m., a light flicked on in the upstairs window of the empty house. He sat up in bed, heart pounding. "No one lives there," he whispered to himself. The light turned off. The next night, the same thing happened. And the next, always 2:14 a.m. One evening, Ethan asked his neighbor, Mr. Collins, about the house. Mr. Collins froze. "You don't look at it," he said quietly. "And if it looks back, you close your eyes." "What do you mean?" Ethan asked. But Mr. Collins walked away. That night, Ethan stayed awake, staring at the house. 2:13 a.m. 2:14 a.m. The light came on. But this time, something stood in the window. A shape tall. Still, it wasn't waving. It wasn't moving. It was just staring straight at Ethan's room. The next morning, Ethan found something carved into the wooden fence between the houses. "We see you," he laughed nervously, convincing himself it was a prank. That night, his phone buzzed at 2:14 a.m. "Unknown number. Why do you keep watching us?" Ethan's blood ran cold. He blocked the number. Outside, the light turned on again. This time, every window lit up at once. A week later, the front door of the abandoned house was open. Ethan didn't remember it ever being open before. Against every instinct, he crossed the street. The air inside was cold. The walls were covered in old photographs, families standing in front of the same house. Each photo had one thing in common. The people's eyes were scratched out. At the end of the hallway, Ethan saw a mirror, but his reflection didn't move when he did. It smiled. The lights shut off. Ethan woke up in his bed, gasping for air. Morning sunlight filled the room. It felt like a nightmare until he checked his phone. A new message. "Unknown number. Thank you for visiting. You live with us now." Across the street, the abandoned house looked different. Cleaner, brighter. And in the upstairs window, Ethan saw himself standing there, still, silent, and smiling. Now, people say the house on Maple Street is empty, but every night at 2:14 a.m., a new light turns on. And if you look closely, you might see someone inside. Someone who once believed the house was abandoned.